University Challenge. Asking the questions, Jeremy Paxman.
Hello. Out of around 200 teams who applied to take part in this contest, now as we begin the quarterfinal stage, only the best 8 remain. They are Exeter University, City University, Queen's College Cambridge, St John's College Cambridge, Lincoln College Oxford, Corpus Christi College Oxford, and tonight's teams, Manchester University and the London School of Economics. Now, Manchester University have been series champions once before in 2006. This year's team have an average age of 23, and they're fielding 2 undergraduates and 2 postgraduates. Their accumulated score so far is 565 points after rather comfortable wins over Bristol in round 1 and York in round 2. Let's meet the Manchester team for the 3rd time.
Hi, my name is Henry Patinas. I'm from Birmingham and I'm studying for a PhD in pharmacokinetics.
I'm Ruben Roy. I'm from Manchester and I'm presently studying medicine.
And their captain.
Hello, my name's Matthew Yeo. I'm from Lichfield in Staffordshire and I'm doing a PhD in the history of the book.
And I'm Simon Baker from Fleet in Hampshire and I'm reading politics and modern history.
The team from the London School of Economics might have a slight advantage over their opponents tonight with an average age of 28 and 3 postgraduates on the team, although their accumulated score is 75 points behind Manchester's at 490. The LSE also had convincing wins in their first matches over the University of Bath and Selwyn College, Cambridge. But it's perhaps fair to say that neither of tonight's teams have been really stretched so far, so maybe tonight we'll see their mettle tested to the full. Let's meet the LSE team again.
Hi, I'm Nikhil Shah. I'm studying for an MSc in Social Research Methods.
I'm Marianne Fairthorne from Henley-on-Thames and I'm doing a PhD in Maths.
And their captain.
I'm Chris Coleridge. I'm originally from Arlington, Virginia, and I'm doing a PhD in Organisational Behaviour.
Hello, I'm Martin Patel. I'm from Chelmsford in Essex and I'm studying economics.
OK, you all know the rules by now. Let's crack on with it. Fingers on the buzzers. Here's your first starter for 10. Ultimately, from the Latin meaning wedge, what word can mean informally as a verb to make money quickly or to invent a new word or phrase? And
Manchester Patinas.
Coin.
Correct. First bonuses, Manchester, are on a number. In the Western Christian Church, the Sunday before Lent is sometimes called Quinquagesima because it is how many days, counting inclusively, before Easter?
50?
Yes, it must be. In the UK, the 50-year rule on the time period after which public records may be open to inspection was superseded in 1967 by the current rule that has reduced the time to how many years?
30.
Correct. 50 is the atomic number of which malleable crystalline metal obtained from the mineral cassiterite and used extensively in alloys?
50. 50. Yeah, come on. Wait, titanium or something? Or let's try titanium.
Titanium.
No, it's tin. 10 points for this. P.G. Woodhouse's collections entitled The Clicking of Cuthbert, The Heart of a Goof and Nothing Serious contain several stories that are related by a character referred to only as the oldest member and centre around which sporting activity?
LSE Coleridge.
Golf.
Golf is right. Yes, your bonuses now, LSE, are on American politics. The county seat of Hempstead County in Arkansas, which small city is the birthplace of both former US President Bill Clinton and Mike Huckabee, governor of Arkansas from 1996 to 2007?
Hope.
Correct. The Politics of Hope, published 1963, was by the American author and historian Arthur Schlesinger Jr., who died in 2007, and who was primarily associated with the administration of which president, having served both as a speechwriter and special advisor?
John F. Kennedy.
Correct. Published 2006. The Audacity of Hope, subtitled Thoughts on Reclaiming the American Dream, is by which public figure?
Barack Hussein Obama.
Correct. Another starter question. With a name derived from the French for separate out, which 5-point national scale ranges from blue for non-urgent through to red for immediate resuscitation and is employed in the majority of NHS casualties?
LSE Coleridge.
Triage.
Triage is right. Your bonus is now LSE are on royalty. According to J.L. Carr's 1977 Dictionary of English Queens, Kings, Wives, Celebrated Paramours, Handfast Spouses and Royal Changelings. In each case, I want you to identify the personage described, and to make it very easy for you, all three have the same given name. Firstly, quote, only a male heir could have saved her from her abominable husband. On a trumped-up charge of adultery, she was beheaded without blindfold by a French swordsman.
Anne Boleyn.
Correct. Secondly, quote, an attractive, empty-headed blonde who at 15 married King James VI or First, who, although he preferred good-looking young men, fathered 7 children.
Should know that, but I don't.
Pass.
It was Anne of Denmark. And finally, a dull person, usually unwell and often uncharitable, her farming levy, much resented by non-Anglicans, made parsons rich for 200 years.
Queen Anne.
Queen Anne.
Queen Anne's correct. 10 points for this. In organic chemistry, because of its close relationship to ethanol, the group consisting of one molecule of ethylene minus a hydrogen atom has what name from Latin for wine?
Manchester Patinas.
Ethene.
No anyone to buzz from LSE? I'll tell you, it's vinyl. 10 points for this. English policy is to float lazily downstream, occasionally putting out a diplomatic boat hook to avoid collisions. These are the words of which statesman, 3 times Prime Minister...
Manchester Yo.
William Gladstone.
No, you lose 5 points. 3 times Prime Minister between 1885 and 1902. One of you buzz.
LSE Shah.
Disraeli.
Good heavens, no. It's Lord Salisbury. 10 points for this. The only overseas territory not to accept the establishment of the Fifth Republic, which former French colony, once governed with Senegal, became an independent republic in 1958.
Manchester Baker.
Cameroon.
No anyone to buzz from the LSE?
LSE Patel.
Ivory Coast.
No, it's Guinea. 10 points for this. What name links a Native American chief of the Sauk people and a Chicago ice hockey team?
LSE Patel.
Black Hawk.
Correct. Well done. LSE, your bonuses are on vitamins. Margarine manufacturers in the UK are obliged by law to add which 2 vitamins to their product so that its vitamin levels will be similar to those of butter?
A and D. A and D.
Correct. What is the common name for vitamin B1, which is often added to breakfast cereals and other processed food?
Common name? Riboflavin?
Yeah, I think
Riboflavin.
No, it's thiamine. Found naturally in fruit and vegetables and sometimes added to processed food as the antioxidant E300. What is the chemical name of vitamin C?
ascorbic acid.
Ascorbic acid.
Correct. We're going to take our first picture round now. For your picture starter, you'll see the cover of the satirical magazine Private Eye. 10 points if you can tell me the news story to which it refers and the year in which it was published.
Manchester Yo.
Diana's death, 1997.
Correct. Your picture bonuses, Manchester, are 3 more Private Eye covers. In each case, I want you to tell me the year it was published and the news story to which the cover refers. Firstly, for 5 points.
Margaret Thatcher's 1990. Margaret Thatcher, the leadership election. 1990, Mrs Thatcher's leadership election.
Yes, her final
leadership
days
election,
in power after Geoffrey Howe's resignation speech is correct. Secondly.
2005, the marriage of...
Yeah.
2005, the marriage of Charles and Camilla.
Correct. And finally.
1999?
98.
98, I think.
98.
Yeah.
98, yeah. 98, the impeachment of Bill Clinton.
It is a fair argument with Monica Lewinsky. Right, 10 points for this. What meaning is shared by the names of all the following? The home of the Duke of Rutland, near Grantham, the author of The Second Sex, a fort built in the 1590s overlooking Florence, and a highly...
LSE Coleridge.
De Beauvoir.
No, I can't accept that. You lose 5 points. And a highly influential classical statue of Apollo, once looted from the Vatican by Napoleon.
Manchester Baker.
Beautiful view.
Beautiful view. All the names mean that, yes. De Beauvoir was one, but Beaver was another.